There's a number that stops a lot of small business owners in their tracks. Not because they're not working hard, not because they don't have real skills or real clients, but because somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 a month, the growth just stops. Revenue comes in, but it never quite crosses that line. And if you've been sitting at that ceiling for a few months or longer, you know exactly how that feels. Same effort, same hours, same hustle, and the numbers stay flat. That plateau isn't bad luck. It isn't a sign that your business isn't working. It's a signal. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly what it's signaling and the 3 strategies you need to break through it for good. Before we get into solutions, we need to understand what's actually happening at this level. The $10,000 monthly barrier isn't random. It shows up at this stage for a very specific reason, and it plays out the same way across almost every type of small business. By the time you hit this ceiling, you've maxed out what one person can do alone. Your systems, or the lack of them, can't handle more volume, and your pricing is probably holding you back more than you realize. 3 root causes almost every time. The first is underpricing, charging less than your work is actually worth. The second is no repeatable sales process. Every new client depends entirely on your personal effort to find and close. The third is zero leverage. You're doing everything yourself, and there's simply no more of you left to give. If any of those sound familiar, good, because once you can name the problem clearly, solving it becomes a lot more straightforward. The fastest lever you can pull right now is your pricing, and most business owners are afraid to touch it. The fear makes sense. You've built relationships. You don't want to lose clients. You don't want to seem like you're pushing people away, so you keep the rates where they are and hope volume picks up instead. Here's the reality. If you're fully booked at your current rate and still not hitting $10,000 a month, your prices are too low. That's not a judgment, it's just math. A 20% price increase with a 10% drop in clients still puts more money in your pocket at the end of the month. The numbers work in your favor even if you lose a few people along the way. Here's how to raise prices without burning your client relationships. Give existing clients 30 days notice. Be straightforward. Frame it as a reflection of your growing experience and the results you've been delivering. Most good long-term clients will respect that. If there are clients you genuinely want to keep, offer a loyalty rate. Still raise it, just not as much. New clients coming in after the change pay the new rate from day one. No negotiation, no lengthy explanation needed. The business owners who break past $10,000 a month are rarely the ones working the most hours. They're usually the ones who finally started charging what their work was actually worth. The second thing keeping most businesses at this ceiling is inconsistency. Revenue looks like a roller coaster. Strong month, slow month, strong month, slow month. And that cycle never seems to break. The reason is almost always the same. There's no system. There's just hustle. And hustle alone is not scalable. A real sales system means you have a predictable, repeatable way to attract leads, convert them into clients, and keep them coming back every single month. Not dependent on how you're feeling that week, not dependent on a lucky referral coming through at the right time. Here's how to build one without overcomplicating it. Start by defining your ideal client clearly: who they are, what specific problem they need solved, and where they spend their time online and offline. Vague targeting produces vague results. Then create one clear offer, not 5 services listed on a website. One well-defined, well-priced package that solves a specific problem for a specific person. Clarity converts. Follow up with every single lead. Most sales happen between the 3rd and 5th touchpoint. Most business owners follow up once, hear nothing, and move on. The ones hitting $10,000 and beyond are the ones who stay in the conversation longer. And track your numbers. How many leads are coming in each month? How many are converting? How long the sales cycle takes? When you treat sales like a process instead of a personality trait, the results become predictable, and predictable is what gets you past the plateau. The third strategy is the hardest for most founders to accept, but it might be the most important one on this list. You cannot grow past $10,000 a month if you are the bottleneck. At some point, the ceiling isn't your pricing or your sales process. It's the fact that every dollar of revenue requires your direct personal time to produce, and there are only so many hours in a day. Leverage means building ways to generate results without trading your time one for one, and there are 3 forms of it you can start building right now. The first is systems leverage. Document everything you do repeatedly: client onboarding, project workflows, invoicing, follow-ups. When a process is written down, it can be automated, templated, or handed to someone else. What lives only in your head stays dependent on you. The second is people leverage. Hire your first freelancer or virtual assistant, even part-time, even 5 hours a week. Start by delegating the tasks you're doing out of habit rather than necessity. The goal isn't to hand off your business, it's to free up your highest value hours for the work only you can do. The third is product leverage. Turn your knowledge or your process into something you can sell more than once: a template, a guide, a workshop, a retainer package with clearly defined scope, anything that doesn't require you to start from scratch with every new client. This is how businesses stop trading time for money and start building something that scales. Here's how to put all 3 strategies into motion over the next 30 days. Week 1, review your pricing. Identify at least one offer you can raise by 15 to 20%. Do the math, write the client email, send it. Week 2, map your sales process. Where do leads come from? Where do they drop off before converting? Identify one gap and fix it. Week 3, list everything you do in a typical week. Identify 2 or 3 tasks you can document, automate, or hand off to someone else. Start there. Week 4, reach out to 5 past clients or warm leads, not to pitch anything, just to reconnect and check in. Relationships maintained are opportunities kept. None of this is complicated, but all of it requires you to actually do it consistently. Not once, not when you feel motivated, but week after week until it becomes the way your business operates. Breaking past $10,000 a month is not about working harder than you already are. It's about working on the right things: your pricing, your process, and your leverage. Most businesses that plateau at this level don't have a talent problem. They don't have a work ethic problem. They have a strategy problem. And now you have the strategy. The ceiling is real, but it's not permanent. The businesses that break through it are the ones that stop doing more of the same thing and start doing the right things differently. That's the shift, and it's available to you starting this week.